Hear about this morning?
I woke up to about 20 text messages from people, and had no idea what they were talking about, because I hadn't seen social media yet, and it was kind of applauding me for kind of sticking to my own beliefs about the whole situation, and from there I kind of opened up Twitter, saw what he said, and it's kind of crazy because I knew going into it today it was a big opportunity for us as a team and organization to kind of talk about what the situation was, and like we've all said all summer, or Bob said it, Joe said it, Coach Kerr said it, we were going to talk about it as a team today. It's kind of funny that that tweet was sent before we had a chance to get together the team, so it is what it is. My stance is the same as it was yesterday, and even kind of cemented even further about how things in our country have gone, especially with him, representing us, and for me, not in a very damaging way, but we have an opportunity still in February to figure out what we're going to do to celebrate the championship, and that's what this is about. That's why we're having this conversation, because we want a championship, and that's the position we're in, and we want to take that, take advantage of that opportunity, and we will.
What was your first thought when you read that? What was your first thought when you see the president calling out your name like that?
It's kind of, surreal, to be honest. Just I don't know, why he feels the need to target certain individuals rather than others. I have an idea of why, but it's kind of it's just kind of beneath, I think, a leader of a country to go that route. It's not what leaders do. So, like I said, we have amazing people in this league that have spoken up on both sides of the conversation. The amount of support and encouragement I saw this morning around the league was unbelievable, from all types of players, from what LeBron said, from what CP said, to CJ McCollum, to whoever spoke up. It was amazing to see all these guys rally around each other and speak up. And that's what this is about. We're not trying to divide and separate this country. We're trying to bring everybody together and speak about love and togetherness and equality. And I think that was demonstrated in response to what happened this morning, which is a powerful thing for sure.
Did you ever think you'd be like this, political figure where the president's talking about you and people are rallying behind you?
Nah. I've played golf with President Obama. I'm pretty sure I won't get a tea time invite, during this regime. So, yeah, I might. It's kind of
this morning. What was more of the conversation? Was it kind of surprised by the whole thing? Maybe the conversation at home and what you guys talked about with the team today.
That's those conversations between me and my wife and my family. We have ideals that we stand for, and I think my wife this morning took the opportunity to shed some light on the real serious issues outside of the racial and social tension that's going on, the actual issues of 3 million people not having power in Puerto Rico and in Mexico, what's going on there with the earthquakes. They're trying to, all this attention and spotlight we got, shedding light on the real serious issues that are going on in our world. So hopefully some good comes out of that. But yeah, those, like I said, it's just a wild kind of turn of events, and we want to make sure that the focus is on the right things.
Hey, Steph, you're pretty articulate and made it clear what your thoughts have been about the president over the last year. But have there been any turn of events in the last year that have maybe been hardened those convictions?
Pretty much every headline that comes from him. From I mean, I don't want to go down the whole list, but just even like yesterday, what happens with him talking in Alabama about NFL guys making peaceful protests that are not in any way disrespecting veterans and the flag and whatnot and our national anthem, and how that whole situation is going down, the way that he kind of takes his opportunity to bash these people, I mean these athletes, and almost try to threaten them in a certain way with their job security is crazy. So at the end of the day, I commend and applaud everybody that's spoken up. It's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to continue this conversation and hopefully promote change, and everybody's doing it in their own way, and it's really important.
So between what Tuck said last night at that speech and what he tweeted this morning, do you think guys are taking a harder look at just the way they do things, like such as the anthem and so forth? I mean, do you think he's galvanizing guys even more?
I think how people are responding to it is there's obviously things that you have to react to and respond to, but how people are rallying around each other is huge, and that's what we have the opportunity to do. Whether it's NFL guys calling each other, asking real hard questions, tough questions about what they're going to do tomorrow, or if they're going to do anything, or not even like the public demonstrations, but what tangible things can we do in our communities? What tangible things can we do to really help promote change? And I mean, from what Kaepernick's doing financially to support communities, all over the country, to I mentioned Martellus Bennett. He's a really active guy in that regard. So just when it comes, was that Michael Bennett? Sorry, I get Seth and Steph all the time mixed up. But it happens that all comes from everybody taking the responsibility of trying to find a way to make an impact, whether it's speaking up or whether it's actually doing things. And so how we respond is on us, and I think we are. Everybody in their own way, like I said, are trying to find a way to make that happen.
Last question.
You mentioned, Steph, about how you liked how all the players rallied around. You saw everybody's tweets. In particular, LeBron's tweets. What was your first reaction when you saw what he tweeted?
I laugh because I've heard that said in pickup games all the time, and that's a pretty strong statement, and I think it's bold, it's courageous for any guy to speak up, let alone a guy that has as much to lose as LeBron does, and other notable figures in the league. So, like I said, we all have to kind of stand as one as best we can. For me, the questions how things have gone on all summer with if I wanted to go to the White House or not. I told you yesterday, being very transparent, what my vote would have been in the meeting had we had one, and all based on just trying to let people know I didn't want to be applauded for an accomplishment on the court when the guy that would be doing the patting on the back is somebody that I don't think respects the majority of Americans in this country. So it's kind of what I stand for, and hopefully that message rings loud.
How did I learn about what?
Donald Trump uninviting you guys to the White House.
I didn't know that. I haven't really been paying attention to the news this week. Did that happen? Really? Oh my God, I'm going to have to suddenly prepare my answer. What's the question?
Is that how? Were you scrolling Twitter? How did you hear?
My wife tapped me on the shoulder. I was half asleep, and she said, "There it is. There it is."
You knew it was coming, huh?
What was your reaction to that?
Not surprised. Not surprised. He was going to break up with us before we could break up with him. So that's the way it goes.
There was a time you kind of went back and forth on this, right? Like there was an idea that maybe it was better to say something to his face than to not go. But how was your thinking on the matter evolved throughout the summer?
Well, I mean, I think in general, the idea of going to the White House as part of the championship team is awesome. It's an incredible honor. And, you honor the office, you honor the institution. I can speak from personal experience. doesn't matter. You set aside political differences, right? So, I mean, I've had the pleasure to meet with Reagan, George Bush, Clinton, George W. Bush, Obama. I didn't necessarily agree with all of them, but it was an incredible honor to be in their presence. There was a respect for the office, and also a respect not only from us, but from the president himself. And that goes both ways. And I think we would, in normal times, very easily be able to set aside political differences and go visit and have a great time and be awesome. But these are not ordinary times. Probably the most divisive times of my life. I guess since Vietnam, but I was just a kid. I don't remember too much about Vietnam. Because of the differences that exist in the country, the president made it really, really difficult for us to honor that institution. And our differences, I think, in terms of our team and our organization's values